Josh, congratulations on your new deal. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm over the moon to finally get it across the line. Not that it took too long, you know. Speaking to the Orange, it's easy. He tries to make it as easy as possible, and for me, it's a no-brainer to play for Coleraine for another 3 years.
When you first came here, did you were at a stage in your career where you're wanting to pick things back up again, having had a couple of disappointing times in football. What has Coleraine done for you as a person and as a footballer?
It's we've had successful spells. We've had hard luck stories. We've been to Europe. We've won trophies. We played at the top level over here. We've played in the top level in Europe. And for me, it was just about trying to succeed as a footballer coming home. Never easy at the start, but my story's just beginning when I came home. I'm still a young boy, and I feel like I've done alright at Coleraine successful ways. Obviously, we want to push on, win a lot more. We want to qualify for Europe. We want to play on the biggest stages, and that's all you really want as a footballer. And if you can get that, then happy days. And I'll always strive for that. I'll always try and be better than yesterday. And I've been fortunate enough that I've been able to do that over at Coleraine.
Probably one of the easiest decisions you have to make as a manager, and I think it's safe to say since Josh has walked through the door, is it 5-6 years ago, the levels that Josh has produced both in and out of the changing room for the club has been fantastic, and it makes decisions like this really, really simple because of how Josh goes about his business.
Just to rewind us back to that time you come home from England, things haven't turned out in the way that you maybe expected when you moved over there, even though you had success over there. What sort of state are you in when you get back?
It's a tough transition to go from English football across, back home. It's a bit surreal. It's hard to take. You feel like you should still be playing. It's a whole number of things. It's really hard mentally. Physically you're grand because you train every day and you give 100% every day, so physically it's grand, but mentally it's just trying to accept the fact that you're back home and this is the realisation of it. And yeah, it was tough at times, but I'm a bit of a realist too, where I accepted the fact that was happening, so I just had to get on with it and do what I had to do.
And when you signed for Coleraine, you maybe didn't expect to play as many positions as you've played since you've been here. I think you've probably played near enough everywhere. But you're such a fan favourite, and I think a huge part of that is your commitment on and off the football field. Did you expect that when you arrived at Coleraine to go down so well with the fans?
No, not really, because over the years my game's changed slightly in terms of if I was a winger. Now I'm sort of centre midfielder / left back / winger, but I'm thankful to be able to play a number of positions. Not everyone can do it. Not everyone can be trusted to do it. So for me, it's just happy days. As long as I'm playing, I'm happy enough. And to be a fan's favourite is unbelievable. It's nice to sort of have fans, cheering you on, always have your back. And all I try to do is give 110% every game I play. And don't get me wrong, I don't always get it right, but I'll always give 100%.
How good is it to have someone not only who's so versatile but can play to such a standard to so many different positions?
It's really important, and a lot's been made of budgets in this league and all that goes with it, and it's well documented we don't carry 28, 29 players like other clubs do. We're very much, I think we've 21 pros on our books, 2 goalkeepers and 19 outfielders. With that, there's going to be an injury, a suspension here and there, and we pride ourselves on the fact that just not Josh, but we've got quite a few players that can play a range of different positions. But I think Josh gets picked on nearly, and he's the go-to if we have an issue here and there. And as you say, to be fair to him, even when he goes into those areas of the pitch, he looks like he's played there his whole career.
3 years is a long time in football. You're committing the next phase of your career to this football club. What part does having a manager like Oran play in that?
Words can't sort of describe, what he's done for me and how he's helped me both on and off the pitch. And the same offer me another 3-year deal is a credit to him, and also me to be able to fulfil that and give another 3 years to this football club, because he obviously sees that I can do that. I can be a key player going forward for the next 3 years at this club, and for what Oran's done, like I say previous, he's been brilliant. both on and off the pitch. He's been top drawer, and we're keeping contact. And like I say, signing this deal was a no-brainer when he came to me, and it's something that he always wanted to do. So to get another 3 years with him at the helm and with the club in a good place, and there's no better place to play your football.
Culture is so important when it comes to a football club, and you can only do so much by how you lead the place, because you walk out of a room and that your standards and your values need to be kept. You know, a player like Josh that has such a strong work ethic, what does that do in a changing room?
I don't think you can measure it, to be honest with you, because you know, you demand standards in training, you want standards in everything that goes on, and you know that Josh is one of those flag bearers. He's one of those guys that, and I don't even know if he realises that he's doing it, but because he always wants to play and train to that standard, and he always has those demands. There's plenty of gripes and shouts and questioning my decisions, and even to a point where he'll be I don't know how to best put this. Even to a point where he will be quoting names of Irish League referees alongside my name at some of the decisions that go during training, as if to query my decisions. And a lot of people say, well, it's just training and why bother? But that's Josh. You know, I've seen him come in many a night grumpy, many a night with his lip out in relation to that his team has lost or that training hasn't gone the way that he wanted training to go. And for me, people like that are foundations. They're the people you build your club around.
And finally, just as you think forward to the next 3 years, there's been successes on the field. There's been nearlies, very nearlies on the field as well. What's your hopes for the next few years?
Just to turn them nearlies into trophies, winners' medals, playing the biggest stages. It has been tough, you know. That cup final I always think back to was heartache. Will live with me for a long time, but we've got a chance to put it right this year. So that's a bonus for me, a bonus for the boys, and bonus for the football club that we actually get the chance to go again and set things right. We've been in Irish Cup finals. We've been in showdowns for the league, just quite haven't got there. And for me, in the next 3 years, it'd be nice to win the league. It'd be nice to win the Irish Cup. It'd be nice to win the League Cup. And that's what the club, I think, you know, over the course of, it could be 3 years, it could be 30 years. That's what you want to do. You always want to be league champions and have a bit of bragging rights along with it.
Well, I think I speak on behalf of everyone associated with Football Club that we're delighted that we're going to get to see even more of you over the next few years, and really excited to see what those years hold for us.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks.